My name is Laura. I'm making this video for anybody that's interested in scripting. Obviously, if you click on this title, you're into it. So all you're gonna need is a journal. This is the one I have, and I love it so much, and a pen or a pencil, something like that. So basically, scripting is a way of taking control of your subconscious thoughts by intentionally creating beliefs that cause you to feel as though something has already happened so that your inner frequency aligns with the timeline you want to be on. It's kind of like brainwashing yourself or telling yourself things that haven't physically happened yet, but feeling as though they have. And I'll get into how you do that in a little bit. But I want to point out that I'm saying beliefs and not thoughts. It's super common to hear like, oh, your thoughts shape your reality. But I think that is like panic inducing because I have a million thoughts every day and some of them aren't that great. So it's important to understand that it's not your thoughts, it's your inner beliefs that shape your reality. So if you're not aware of what beliefs you hold inside, you could subconsciously be creating a bunch of things that you don't really want. Like, let's say that you believe that no one out there understands you. Because, like, I've been there. Anyway, so let's say you believe that you're gonna have this, like, inner vibration that aligns to people that won't understand you. So first you have to, like, get real about what it is that you do believe and if that's what you want to play out. Before I move on, I need to make it really clear that it's not okay to script about specific people or even about specific jobs or like specific anything, but let me talk about the people at first. So I know that it's like common to have this idea that everybody is you pushed out. And in that sense, it's that you're only controlling yourself because if these people are you pushed out in a way, you're only affecting yourself. But that's not, I don't subscribe to that. I think that we're all our own separate entities, and to mess with somebody else's free will does not go well with the universe or the laws of it. It is like literally playing with somebody else's energy and forcing them onto a timeline that they don't even want to be on. And in a way, you're not even getting the real version of them, because if they really wanted you, you wouldn't have to like force that, So you're creating a version of them that isn't actually them. So you're getting like this watered down version. You're playing with their current timeline that they experienced and the reality that you're in, and you're basically attached to something. You're not letting go. You're desperate. You're acting crazy. So please do not try to manifest specific people. Like, I'm warning you. That was your warning. If you do it and you get it backfired on you, like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you. Don't do it. I also say that about jobs because there could be this one job that you really want, but there could be a better job that you're just not aware of yet. And if you're so gripping onto this one job that you're like forcing it to happen, you could miss out on the better opportunity for yourself. So like, it's important that when you're doing this, you're not so attached to the outcome. This is really more about shaping your inner beliefs and raising your vibration and being in a state where you are aligned with what you truly want. Okay, so how do I do this? I think the first thing to understand is that you want to be grateful for what it is that you're asking for. So I always phrase things in the present tense and with gratitude. Like, I am so grateful that I have this job that pays me well. I am so grateful that my best friend understands me. I am so grateful that I have $500. I don't like to get too specific with things, like even $500. I would rather phrase that with, I am so grateful that I have enough money to provide me with what I want and need. Like, that gives room for the universe to be able to give you exactly what you need. Like, not just need, but exactly what is best for you. You have to give it the space. You have to trust that there are things that you don't see that the all-seeing eyes do see, and they can give you that if you just allow them to. Like I said, I use this journal and paper and pen. I don't ever use my notes app. I don't even like use my iPad that you can like write with it, because I don't know, something about just paper and pen just hits different. And when I was studying, I would always learn a lot faster when I would like write things down over and over again rather than like verbally saying it. So that's kind of why I'm so into scripting over looking into the mirror and being like, you are, or I am, or whatever it is that you say, because like, I don't know, it's just something about writing it down. It's like magic. It magic. Haha, wink wink. Anyway, so some people will like write down the same thing like 7 times. I've heard of that method. I've heard of like 3 times over and over again, write the same thing over and over again. I don't do any of that. I will just write down whatever it is that I'm asking for one time with a lot of gratitude. Then I'll move on to the next thing. And there are times where I'll be at work and I will just like grab a napkin and write down what it is that I want really quickly, and then just like throw that napkin away, and like I consider it done. I don't hold myself to this like, oh, you have to like write it down in the morning as soon as you wake up and the last thing before you fall asleep. And I understand where that comes from, because your brain does go into these different waves, like theta waves. I'm not a neuroscientist or whatever field that would be, but basically your brain, like, it becomes unconscious as you're falling asleep, or it's still a little bit unconscious as you're waking up. So that's the idea, that you can seep into your subconscious a little easier during these times. But I personally see that you have to you have to script at these perfect times as a limiting belief. And I don't like having limiting beliefs. If I want to write something down when I'm in the middle of a shift, I will do that, and I will consider it just as good as anything else. So I like to phrase my affirmations in a positive way. So let's say that you say like, I want this to work out. Saying I want implies the lack of. So saying that this is working out, it's like saying like, this is working out. Such as like saying like, I will have 2 jobs. Saying I will is like, okay, but when will you? Like, you will, but right now you don't. So if you say I have 2 jobs, like, you have 2 jobs. But if you say I will have 2 jobs, that's coming in the future, hasn't happened yet. And we're not doing that. We're trying to be in the present, because that's all there is. So that's why I think it's important to say things very intentionally. Even with the way I speak to my friends, I am very intentional about what I say and how I say it. So some of the things that I like to write down, I think the most important one, to allow freedom of free will, it's such a weird way to say it, is everything is working out best case scenario for everybody involved, but with it in my favor. So everyone that is getting affected by your own life, they're getting affected. So you have to keep that in mind and wish well for those people too, and hope that it works best for them, and say that it will, and believe that it will. I also say, or I write down, I'm unattached to outcomes, because there are definitely times where I've wanted something to happen, but, to protect myself and others from my selfish desires, I write that down. Another one is, I trust that the universe will provide me with what is best for me at the most perfect timing. Because there are situations that have to happen first before you get to the destination. And yeah, everything is all happening at once, and like, yeah, time really isn't that real, but like, in the 3D, like, we are limited to space and time. So you have to be patient. You have to understand that, yeah, it's already happened, but it's not physical yet. Another one that I've used very recently that worked out for me well was, my relationships are aligned with my highest good and soul's purpose. I let go of what is not in alignment for what is best for me, and I am whole and complete on my own. Like, you don't want to be desperate. You don't want to like be coming from a place of, if you don't have this certain job, or you don't have this certain relationship, or this certain friend, or this certain house, or whatever, that you're not okay. Because like, if you're not okay, then that's going to play out that you're not okay. When are you ever going to be okay if you're not okay? Like, you have to be okay right now without it. And then it will come and you'll be okay again. Or not again, but you'll stay okay. And I also always, at the end, no matter what, I write out thank you. I'll say, thank you, God, angels, universe, ancestors, Jesus, whatever it is. I say them all though. I say, thank you for hearing me, providing for me, and being there for me. Thank you so much. And you really do have to be grateful if you have the time to watch this video, or sit down and even think about what your beliefs are, and then shape your beliefs. That means that you have time to put into creating your life. And some people, they may not have the circumstances that allow them to do these things, whether it's mental health, physical, time, just, there's so many things in life. So if you're able to find out that you are in control of your reality, and then you decide that you want to go after that, and then you have the time to do that, like, you're very lucky and you should be grateful and express that. Another thing, be careful with what you create, because certain things may have to be lost for you to have the space for those things to come in. And if you're not ready to lose certain relationships, certain jobs, certain places that you live, it may cause a lot of turmoil in your life. And, just be ready for the changes that come with what you're asking for. And then if you're asking for big things, these things come with responsibility. Like, once you get it, you have to keep it, you have to respect it, you have to uphold it. And if you're not ready for that, don't ask for it, Just have confidence that you're aligning your own vibration to your desired reality. Don't be so attached to what that reality looks like. Just focus more on your core beliefs, which is why I stick to vague things like I am whole and complete on my own, and I'm a magnet for abundance of things that are good for me. Like, what is good for me? Like, sometimes you don't even know what's good for yourself, but I trust that there are higher powers that do know and that do love me and that will guide me towards that, and I allow that to happen. So I hope that helped. I hope that any of this information is useful, and if there's any sort of questions or concerns, or you think that there's a better way of scripting, or something that I said doesn't sit right with you, hit me up. Let's talk about it, because I'm definitely in a place where I just want to figure out what the truth is, and a lot of that comes from other people and their perception, and trying to figure out where that fits into my own perception, and overlapping realities, and just, yeah. So hit me up. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.